Hello and welcome back to Jagsy Builds. I am of course Jagsy, and this is going to be part 2 of our modern hospital with the helipad. So we're just going to continue where we left off. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so this one's going to be nice and easy. Again, if you're manually building, we're going to do a row of quartz block from here right down to here. I'm obviously not going to do that. I'm going to cheat because I can. Then I'm going to replace the air with quartz blocks. There we go. That makes that life nice and easy for me. Then we're going to go ahead over here. We're going to go back another row here. Then we want our stairs to be here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to steal the torches again. And again, we're going to go facing up rather than in any direction. So not on this block, but on this block. Just there and there. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start this bit over here. Let's do this bit first and foremost. You're going to torch here above the leaves. And again, if you hadn't figured it out, that's just quartz block. And then again, same the other side. And then this will be more of the same, effectively. So let me just double check what they are in the middle there, because obviously we filled this in. So, yep, okay, that's fine. So, we take our quartz blocks. Again, we're going to fill this in. And then you're going to go here and here. This is going to be glass panes in between here, okay? So take our glass panes. Again, just line that up. Okay, so the front should effectively look like that now. And then we'll start from the back. It's going to be more of the same, to be honest, just repeating what we've done previously. So then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then we just keep repeating that process. Again, we can do our glass panes. And then no guesses for surprising for it's going to be the same here. So just going to go and do that again. Now we might as well just do this as well. So as I said in the previous video, can't use World Edit to fill the glass panes in because it leaves gaps at the sides for some reason. If there's anybody watching this who knows a bit more about World Edit, a bit more than I do because I've only used it very basically, if they know how to fill it in without those gaps, please let me know. I'd love to hear it because it does make my life easier for things like this. And that is that level done again. So let's just quickly pause the video. I'm not going to pause it, I'm just going to quickly step up to there. So I've got my blueprints on another screen. And there we go. Let's go ahead and do this. And it does look like it's going to be more of the same, I suspect. Yep, pretty much the same. So the only thing different is we're going to go ahead and I just want to make sure what direction these torches are facing. I suspect they're facing up. Yes, they are. So we're going to take some torches, and you have one on the end here. There should be 5 in between, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a gap, so the 6th block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. This time we need 4, so it's on the 5th block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means we get one on the end. Okay, so it should look like that. Other than that, you're basically going to repeat what we did on the last floor. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just do that. So let's do that now without that one there, and then we delete the front ones. Put in some steps. No torches this time, so this is just as it is. And then basically this layer that we've done all around the edges, we're going to do that again. I'm just going to pause the video at this point, and then we can go ahead and do that. So I'll see you in a second when that's all done. Okay, people, we're back in the room. So since I left you, obviously when we put these torches in back down here, this was level 6. And obviously what we did then is we filled out the walls. Now what I've done since then, I've actually gone up 2 more levels. Okay, don't panic. Obviously I know you haven't seen that bit, but effectively all that's happened on those 2 levels is that the staircase continues up. So basically do 2 more levels of the staircase going up in that diagonal pattern. And on the last level, the one which I would call level 8, is going to be double stone slabs here. Okay, you can use either stone or double stone slabs. So again, it's on this last block, and literally just do that. That's effectively it for the last level. So if you're unsure about how many levels high it should be, from the floor, you should have 7 levels going up, because 8 is the actual floor itself. Okay, so, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start building floor, what is number 9, but it's the 8th from the ground, so 8 up from the ground. So we're just going to continue doing what we're doing, and this is going to be the next floor. Okay, so there's going to be a lot more building on this one, so that's why I've decided to obviously carry on recording there and not just carry on up. So we're going to start here, and then from this level I'm just going to do the same here as well, and then we'll do one either side of that. And what we're going to do, again, you'll have to do this manually, but basically we're going to go all the way across here, of course. Okay, so right to there, and obviously I'm just going to do that in this case. Okay, and then you want still the 2, and the same the other side. But then in between that, you're going to want stone. Okay, so stone all the way across from there to there. So again, fill that out manually. So stone all the way across here in front of this quartz effectively. I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to face the air with the stone. So it looks like that. Okay, so once you've manually filled that out, that's what that's going to look like for you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the 2 more quartz again. However, we're going to have 1 stone there, either side. And then it's in between here. Double stone slabs. Okay, so I'm going to share my views what I've done previously on this one. So basically what they're saying to you is to do double stone slabs, which means you do that. As you can see, it looks no different. So I'm going to cheat, and in total we want another 3 down. Okay, so from here, and then what I'm going to do is we're just going to fill that in. So there should be in total 4. Okay. In fact, you know what? Ignore everything I've just said. Let's go ahead and delete this. Because we want it to look a little bit more like it's got a hospital-y feel to it, don't we? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and fill the edges first. Leave that as it is. Just you can take this bit out if you want. Leave that row of stone because that is going to be stone anyway, so that's absolutely fine. And then what we want to do is obviously we're going to quickly fill this part out. So that's still going to be quartz. And that's going to be quartz as well. And the reason why I'm going to do this as well, you're probably going to guess what's going to happen here. For this entire row from here, right down this edge above the windows to here, that's going to be quartz. Okay, so we're just going to fill that in with quartz. And again, I'm going to do another block here. Again, that's all going to be quartz. So basically an outside layer of quartz effectively is what we want. So obviously if you're doing this manually and not using World Edit, it's going to take you a little bit longer. I can only apologize for that. But we're going to go right up to here with our quartz. And we're going to quickly fill those two blocks in there as well. So effectively from the outside, it should now look like that. Okay, so around the outside, if you're looking at it from there, starting to see the first layer, the windows start get separated, etc. So that's what it looks like now. Okay, and this is where it starts getting complicated. So I'm just going to check this, so because I don't want to save a lot of time. Yes, done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we basically want a ring of stone all around that outside layer. Right, so as I was saying, all around this outside layer is basically give you stone all the way around. So again, if you're manually building this, you're going to have to do it the hard way. But I'm obviously going to quickly cheat. Just going to do that. Same again. Okay. Now, you can do this a couple of ways. There's a couple of ways in which you could do this, and it's up to you how you want to play it. There's going to be glowstones involved in this. Now, you can either use all stone, or I'm going to use stone similar to the pathway that I've had down here, which is the, I think smooth stone. Let's just check. Yeah, smooth stone. I'm not going to use slab stone. I'm just going to use actual smooth stone. Okay, and what I'm going to do is that because it will fill it out a bit more and make it a little bit different. Because I personally feel if you just do stone all the way, it's going to look a bit bland and dull. It's going to basically be like this, effectively. I mean, we could do that. It would match the ground floor, but again, from the upstairs, it's not going to look too clever either. So I'm going to do it slightly differently. And I'm going to start from this side. So you want 3 rows, and I'm going to do of, as I said, of smooth stone. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to go up to here, obviously. So it effectively looks like that. Okay, so it looks a bit different. It breaks up the stone, etc. And then what I'm going to do is, this is where you start putting some glowstones in. Okay, so I'm going to quickly nip down here and steal myself some glowstone. Okay, and then I'm going to change this stab to the smooth stone. So we go 1, 2, 3 glowstone. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glowstone. then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glowstone again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, and then also just to do this right, to make sure I've got it spot on, there's going to be 6 from the other side, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a glowstone, and there should be 5 in between here, which there is. Awesome. Okay, and then what you're going to do here is just going to continue our steps on, so they will continue, and then we want, how many rows do we want? We want 5. So again, we can measure this out. So I'm going to start from over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do that with all the glowstones. And then we're going to put glowstones on into that. And in case you're wondering, and you've probably figured it out already, we're effectively going to be filling this out. But then what we're going to do here is from this last one, because there wasn't one here, there's going to be one near the end here. So we're going to do from that last glowstone 1, 2, 3, 4, then a glowstone, and there should be only a 1 gap. There we go. And in front of that, we're just going to do 2 here quickly. And then basically this is going to be our point where we fill out. So I'm just going to grab from there to there. And do that. Okay, so you'll have to do that manually, but obviously we've just filled that out. So there should be a gap here for your stairwell so you can come up the stairs, etc. And then it should be 5 again from all the glowstones. There's only one different from what I can see, so we'll figure that one out. Yeah, okay, so we'll put that one in first. Okay, so normally it'd be 5 gap, so normally the glowstone would be here, but in this case it's going to be here. Okay, so do the 6, then a glowstone to the left of it. Okay, but for the rest of them it's the normal 5 gap. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glowstone, and including that one there as well. And again, so that would mean that from this block effectively up to here, basically fill out any gaps with the smooth stone. Again, if you're using stone, that's fine also. You know, that would be following the plan, but I do have a plan of action for that. So what we want now is another 4 rows of the smooth stone. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just do that this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So from there up to there. So it effectively looks like that. And this is where it starts getting a little bit more challenging. So from this one and also this one, we're going to have glowstones there. And then from this one, so you want 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 of the smooth stone. There should be 4 in between here. Yeah. Okay. And then from that point onwards, we want another 4 rows of stone. So So from here to here, so technically from here, I'm going to come down by 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so there. And again, that's just going to be normal stone. Okay, like that. Right. And then we'll do it from here. So that's going to go from this one, it's going to go all the way to the front. And we've got 2 rows of that. And then you should have a glowstone. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a glowstone. And again, this is where we start getting gaps in. So 5, 5, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glowstone. And effectively, just to make sure this is all measured up right, there should be 3 from this side. So 1, 2, 3. No, I've got that one wrong, haven't I? Should be. Oh yeah, that's actually right. Ignore me. So the glowstone should be here. So from 1, 2, 3, glowstone, and then there should be 5 in between. That's right. And again, there should be 4 gaps in between that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then basically all of that gap, fill out with stone. Now again, if you were doing stone all along, that's all going to be stone. Yeah, but the reason we've done it that way, I'm an idiot. Just quickly, I'm going to quickly fix this the hard way. So didn't actually, I know what I did wrong there. I didn't actually put my glowstone on the end of it, but basically in between those glowstones and the glowstones there should be 4 gaps. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't make the same mistake as me, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, now there is 2 more glowstones on this one, so I just want to figure out how many squares we done down. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows up. So, and obviously in this case I'm going to be using a smooth stone. You can do stone if you wish, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use the smooth stone because it gives it separated out. And then we want 1, 2, 3 in a glowstone, and then 3 again and a glowstone, and that means there should be 3 left to the end. Awesome. And then the rest of that gap, fill out with a smooth stone or stone again if you're using that. But the placement of those glowstones is important. So, and the reason why I wanted to separate it out, because I said if I'd used double stone slabs on the blueprint where they've got this, where I've got the smooth stone, they had double stone slabs, and this is stone. Now, as I said, if you do a double stone slab, it looks like stone anyway, so I don't really see the point in the difference. I'm sure someone out there who's been building Minecraft a lot more detailed than I have will understand there is a reason for it. But to break it up and make it look a bit more different and also give it like a tiled effect, I think I've used the smooth stone for that reason alone. Okay, and then we can go ahead and build the next floor. So let's go and see what we've got here. So firstly, okay, right, so this is where we're getting some torches. So let's go back to his. Hopefully I've still got torches in my inventory. So on these corners here, the very corner, so a torch there. And again, it's facing upwards, okay? So not on the front or the side of a block, just on top of it. Same thing absolutely here. And this is where we're going to start seeing some detail come out on the floor, breaking up a bit more. This is where you're going to see things like little wards and stuff, I think. So let's just make sure we've got this spot on. Okay, so for the next row, starting from one diagonal from the torch, so here, so torch diagonal one down from here. Okay, just 1, 2, 3. We do exactly the same the other side. And then for the next row, from literally here, we're just going to fill that whole row out of quartz. So we're just going to go right to the end. So you've got a row of quartz like that. It should start all in line. And then you want 2 either side. So and then for this row, we're just going to do some torches as well. So there's going to be a torch here, facing upwards, and one here. And then we want a gap of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then place it on the 6th block. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block. And this time we want a gap of 6, so it's going to be on the 7th block. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th block. And then a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that means there should be a gap of 5 in between that, which there is. Perfect. Okay, that's how we do that. And then let's just check that. These are all good markers, by the way. So should we do this row by row? No, we won't. So we're going to have another torch here, and there will be one on the other side of that as well. And that's pretty much going to go right down to the front. So from here, we're just going to go right down just to the end corner, to there. Okay. And then we're going to have a torch here. And going up this row, we want a 5 gap, and then on the 6th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then another 5 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's on the 6th block. And then you're going to want 2 quartz. So where this quartz is, we're going to come in by 1. So it's going to go here and here. And a torch the other side of it as well, facing upwards. And then we want 5 more blocks again. So it's on the 6th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this time we only want 4 blocks in a torch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block. And there should be 5 in between, which there is. Awesome. Okay, so you can see that's going to dip in like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to place some torches as well. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th block. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block. And then that's going to be quartz from 1 block up there, from that basically from there to here. Because there's only a few blocks, I'm just going to do that manually. I could have used word edit, but why? Why bother? You know. And then what we're going to do here is similar to what we did over there. this comes in by 1. So that's going to go to there. And then from that point up to the top, we'll have quartz. So you can see it's basically starting to take shape a little bit now. And again, we want our 5 gaps. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th block. Then we want a 4 block again gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bosh. And then there should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's basically both sides of that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the last one for that row. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to go quartz blocks again. I'm just going to double check it is actually quartz blocks, otherwise I'll look pretty silly. Yep. So it's just 2 quartz blocks there. That's basically going to come to the end of this. And it's going to join to this, basically. So and that, people, is why I use word edit a lot of the time, because I often find myself missing bits. Okay, so you're starting to see that this riff's going to have like a separate part now. That's going to be a bit more broken up. It's going to start taking a bit of a different shape now. So let's just see how this plays out. There's some bits here that I need to figure out. Okay, and then that is okay. Slabs, all right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we want some quartz slabs. Okay, so let's change that to slab. And basically from here, go right the way to the front. I'm going to torch there. Okay. Now to make your life easier, you can then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th block, put another torch. And again, you get your quartz slabs, and from where the torch is, go all the way back up. And again, we're doing the same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block slabs going all the way up. And then there should be another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block. There should be only 4 in between that. Okay, let's just see if these are facing upwards also. Yep. Right, so you want a torch facing upwards here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And if you're not completely sure where to put those, it's just in line with those glowstones. Okay, so therefore it should line up with the glowstones in every row. And that's basically that. And then we need to start doing some filling in, effectively. So first things first, I'm just going to double check ahead, see which direction these stairs go, because there's going to be more stairs. So, okay. So if you get your stairs again, and where the glowstone is here, just in front of those. Okay, so it's effectively starting here. But there's no quartz next to it this time, just as it is, as that. And let's see how this plays out. So we want some chests, we want beds, blue stained clay or terracotta, quartz is fine. Okay, so yep, and doors. So let's go ahead and do that. So we want some doors, quartz, then quartz, then we've got a blue. Blue looks more purple than blue, doesn't it? But we'll take it. And then what I'll say, chest. And then what we're going to need is oak planks as well. So put there. Right, okay, so let's figure this out, how we're doing this. So what direction should the chest be facing? Facing west, so that's going to be facing right. Okay, so in this case we want a chest over here in this corner. Oh, that's why I didn't get bed. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay, and then basically 2 away from the chest is a bed, so like that. And then we want the blue terracotta 2 away from that. And that's going down by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it's going to be quartz, then the door, then the quartz again, in this case blue terracotta. And then we're basically going to do that repetitively along, so door, quartz, and then up. And then I think we want 4 of those in total, so let's just go ahead and do that now. So that, like so. So we've got 4 rooms effectively, and the beds usually should line up with the glowstones. So there we go, perfecto. And this room here, this one, is the only one where the chest is on that side. Okay, so on the other ones, the chest is always the other side. So just there, there, and there. Okay, and that is those rooms sorted. And then what we're going to do is there's basically from here, you can pretty much work it out from where the torches are, in fact. So that one should be 1 ahead of that one. Yep, that's fine, that's right. So it's in line with this one. And if you're unsure, there should be a gap of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's there, which does line up perfectly. And again, we can pretty much mark out where the terracotta is going to go, or the clay, whichever you're using. You know, because it's going to line up exactly. And then let me just see. Same thing basically applies there. Oh, the only thing I should say on this one is I've gone 1 room too many, so this one is the last one, so you can delete that last one. Okay, so just do that. Okay, and then effectively your terracottas will all line up. And I just want to see with that one. Yep, that one doesn't go all the way down, much like the other side. And in this case, the chests all go on the left-hand side and then facing the other way. Okay, so it'll be here effectively. So, pop, 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 and then your beds again should line up with the glowstones, and except for one, maybe. No, that also lines up with the glowstone. What have I done wrong there? Oh yeah, there's only a one gap. That's what it is. That's what threw me off there. And your doors should line up. So again, if we go 1, 2, 1, 2, and again they will line up with the glowstone. So that should all be pretty straightforward. So again, face the other way so your doors are similar. That is those rooms taken care of. And down here, we basically want to go 2 from the top. So 1, 2, and then so it should be here and here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where your door goes there. And then what you can do is where this glowstone is here, this one, to do oak planks like that. And then let me just double check those are also chests. Yep, facing south, so yep, that's that. So we'll take the chests and just in line with those blocks there and there. And then if you're going down this way, but rather than in line, there will be something here. So just go a one gap, that's there, and then there. Basically, there should be a one gap in between the edge. And this is what goes in there. Cauldrons. So I get a cauldron. And apparently they should be filled. So I'm going to just get a water bucket and fill them up like that. Okay. And that is that floor now effectively done. So we've got torches all around the side. You know. And how does that look at night? So time set midnight. Let's have a look, see what it looks like at night. There you go, at night. Very well illuminated. Looks a bit strange actually because nothing else is, apart from obviously a lot of the city over here is quite well illuminated, but everything here is not. You know, so it's a bit strange that it's going to stand out quite severely. But yeah, that is what it looks like at night. So we'll just go ahead and set that back to day. You know, and of course we've got a nice shadow from it and everything else. Should we go ahead and look at what's in the inside now that we've covered it over? So there's a lot less natural light in here now. So again, you can see the light coming in from the windows. And when I walk around, you see my shadow briefly. But yep, and we can obviously cheat. We can go up the stairs. You know, and this is where we're at with our walls and stuff. You know, and we're ready to build the next floor. So let's go ahead and have a look at the plans for that and see where we are. Okay, so okay, So first things first, starting from this corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And we're going to do the same in the other corner. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then basically all of that in between there is going to be glass panes. Okay, so we're going to get back our glass panes. And basically we'll go ahead and do that. Again, if you was watching the earlier video, the reason why I'm not using World Edit again is because it leaves crazy gaps at the ends. Until I can find a way to figure that one out, I don't quite know the drill there. Okay, and then for the actual walls, we're going to fill this up again. So pretty much you're repeating this, all right? So that's going to basically be another layer. I get a quartz again. Probably could have left that there, to be honest. It's probably going to be the same on the next floor, but okay. We won't take any chances. We will, however, delete that one because that shouldn't be there. And let's just check this again now. So facing west. So we're going to have a torch. That torch is going to be there. Okay, so torch facing west. And then basically on the walls here, as such. Yep, spot on. And then okay, and then basically on these, each of these walls, here, 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 and here, but not here. Okay, so don't put one there. And then here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And again, here, just with glass panes all the way along. And then basically from here, we'll leave those two as glass, as quartz. That will be glass panes also. Yeah, and then basically what we're going to do is, as we did before, just the walls all go up another layer. Give them the torches, not on this M1, but here, here, and here. And then on this one again, there's actually two torches in this room, okay? So we're going to have one here, and also one, got to try and turn this around so I can look at the other way, so that's going to be here, okay? From there and there, and then this one's going to be there. That one will also be there. Okay, so not in the corners like in the other room, slightly away from the corners, one away from the wall. Away we go. And on this quartz block here, on there also. I'm just going to check how this plays out now. Yep, that goes all the way around to the end there. So from here, go all the way to the end. Again, this is why I use word edit, because I miss blocks all the time. And we're going to go around here and just to one here. Okay, and then what's going to happen is where this is, that's just going to be as that is. And then we're going to have the glass panes in between that. And again from there to there. There's no torches on the outside that I can see. So what we'll do is one away from there, so here, and one away from the cauldron there. So it should be two away from the cauldron this side and there, and then here, and one away from the cauldron there. And this wall is going to be more of the same as it was previously. Right, and then what do we want here? Let's just double check this. Gonna have brewing stands on here apparently, so and that is that. That is that floor done. So again, a bit more shape now. If you're looking from a distance. Let's have a look at the next floor. I don't think it's going to be too dissimilar. Okay, slightly different. So the terracotta will be all effectively the same. So all around the edges, we want to basically repeat the process. In fact, the one thing I didn't do, let's go ahead and do that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's basically from there and there, continue the stairway up. So yeah, so as I was saying, for this next level, this is all effectively going to be the same. You're going to repeat what we just did, but where the doors are, you're going to carry across with the quartz. Okay, so basically instead of having two quartz, then a door gap, then a two quartz is going to go all the way across. So let me just do the inside first. So basically, if you imagine this here, then instead of stopping there, you'd go across, and then basically you'd repeat that process. Okay, now basically I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out because there's literally nothing different. The stairwell is going to go up again by one. So again, when you do the glass panes here, you can then add the stairwell one more up. But other than that, there's nothing different, and there's no torches this side this time either. So literally just follow this process. So like we did here, where there's quartz here, just put another quartz on top of it, etc. And here, and then follow that round. Same thing again. Again, this one again, just all the way across with the quartz. But where there's blue stained clay or terracotta, also got one level with that also. So again, this will be terracotta, this will be terracotta, and then you'll go all the way across with the quartz. So like so, okay. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'm just going to pause it, and then we'll carry on with that all done, okay? Okay, so we've gone ahead and filled that up. So now I should be looking at this. So you should have 2 rows of the glass panes, basically, and everything else is up basically by a level. Now for this next level, it's a lot more straightforward actually. So basically, every outline, including on top of the glass panes, is going to be quartz. So basically follow it all the way around. Okay, your staircase will come up another level. And then when it does do that, one level away from the staircase there'll be a torch. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this now. So I'm going to do the simple parts. So let's firstly get this part done here. Get all the edges taken care of. And then from this second row, from here basically, go across the glass panes with quartz. So it's effectively like that. Okay, so from the back, again, we're breaking it up. And then again, we can make this easier on ourselves. Just do this. And again, and then from here, just going to go right up and fill that with quartz. So again, if you're doing that manually, sorry. And then basically where I put that stairwell, one away from the stairwell, so here, have a torch there. Okay. And then with the terracotta, so starting from here, that will go up a level. And then this will go up a level. So basically you might as well just do the terracotta first. Especially if you're using wood edit, use the terracotta first, because then the rest of this gets really easy from there. Again, we'll do that part. So just going to quickly fill that in. So da -da -da. And then we'll do it across here as well. And then from here to here. And then from there to there. And then from there to there. Again, we'll do the same this side. Again, from here onwards, again, if you manually fill in, but we will quartz, so all the way across. So we end up here. There we go. So that is now that floor done. Let's see what's next. Okay. Actually, there was something I missed there, actually. My bad. What is that? So limestone clay. So we're going to start making out the actual sign for the fact that it is a hospital. So let's see how many First of all, we're going to go into our, we'll find a nice green one, lime terracotta. And we're going to go 5 from that side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's basically here, but not with that clay, with the green clay. Idiot. And that means there should be 6 this side, which there is. Awesome. Okay, so as we got to the next level, just checking on the plan, we're going to go start this off by doing that again. So let's do another green clay there. And I guess this is where the glass pane will come back into play again. So there's a number of ways in which you can do this. You can start with the internals first. The terracotta will go up yet another level, so you can again fill that out. But in between the terracotta this time, instead of quartz or glass panes, you're going to have yellow stained clay. So we'll get that as well. So again, terracotta we use in this case. So we've used yellow terracotta. We don't need the bed at this point in time, so we can just do that. And that's going to cover in between all the walls. So literally like here, for example. And then we're basically going to fill these all out as per normal. That should have been a play there as well, by the way. That'd be me being me, doing me things. And again, the terracotta will go across all these fronts. So I'm gonna cheat. So because I don't want to be wasting too much time with that. So let's take out the quartz block. We want yellow terracotta, like so. And we're going to do that here as well. And then basically we'll show you where to put the quartz, and then anything else which isn't quartz around the edges will be glass pane. Okay, so and again you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And do the same here. You're going to do a little square there, and then from here again from this point onwards. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so basically anything in between those gaps is going to be glass pane. Okay, so glass pane's here, all along here, and all along here, and here, obviously. And our glass and our staircase will come up again by another one. So the next set of stairs will be here effectively. So let me just quickly do that. So they are there and there. So the glass that carries up. Then carry on filling out with glass pane. I'm going to stop the video to do that, and then I'll catch you in a second. Okay, so we've gone ahead and done that. So we should have a raw glass pane all around the edges there. You know, and our staircase comes up by 1. Now for this next floor, again, nothing too different, nothing too drastic. But again, where we had the yellow clay before, that's going to be quartz again. Okay, so back to quartz. Other than that, you literally want to rectify, you want to literally do the same as everything else you did on the floor, glass pane and everything. But what you're going to do here with the glass clay, green clay, sorry, is literally make sure it's free from here, so it should be 2 more from here. So do 2 more either side. Okay, so it's like that. And as you can see, that's going to start building out across. But then everything else come up one level. So literally build another level up of everything, including the stairs. And then, as I said, the only difference is instead of the yellow clay, use back to the quartz again, okay? So let's go ahead and do that, and I think we'll make this the last floor. So I'm going to end the video there. As I said, when we start the next video, part 3, it will be another floor up, and you'll see what I've done. And what I'll do is at the end of the playlist, I'll put the link in so you can actually go to where I've got this blueprint from, and you can follow it along yourself if you're not sure. But I do thank you for watching. This has been part 2. I'm Jagsy. This is Jagsy Builds. Please remember to like and subscribe. And please, again, keep commenting to let me know what you'd like me to build next. And let me know how you're finding the build so far. Other than that, have a great day and take care, and I'll see you soon.